Working from home. Before COVID-19, just 7% of American specialists had the alternative to telecommute. That doesn't imply that 7% were telecommuting, it just implies that 93% of Americans were informed that it could never be a choice. Universal basic income. For the next few months, it's going to be a reality. The United Kingdom has committed to paying 80% of its workers' salaries, while Denmark has offered to pay upward to 90%, and even the United States is planning on sending a $1,200 check to almost every adult American. Automation. One of the parts COVID-19 has hit the hardest is producing. Anybody working in a processing plant is in an inconceivably predicament. Working remotely isn't an alternative when you work with your hands, however, for certain industrial facilities, nor is remaining online learning. Schools are closing down in almost every nation that is seeing an episode of COVID-19, and that is driving guardians and educators into an entirely different time. The rise of big government. There are no libertarians in a pandemic, Meghan McCain as of late said. Whether that is something worth being thankful for or not is up to discuss, however fortunate or unfortunate. There's a great deal of motivation to accept that it's valid. Around the globe, individuals have been grasping large governments since the time COVID-19 started to spread. Voting by mail. On April 15, with a pandemic attacking their nation, the individuals of South Korea will need to arrange outside of corners and cast their vote in the 2020 political decision. The death of small businesses. A ton of organizations are being hit hard at the present time, yet no one as hard as bars and eateries. The end of reliance on China. COVID-19 couldn't have come at a worse time for China. They were in the middle of a brutal trade war, and COVID-19 has made things a lot worse. Free and universal health care. The U.S. has already pledged to let people get tested for the coronavirus free of charge, and some politicians are pushing to make treatment free as well. A new political uprising. Many individuals will lose their positions. That investigator predicts that 400,000 Americans will get jobless in the following barely any weeks alone. Also, before this is finished, it could be surprisingly more dreadful. Another expert accepts that before this over, 7.4 million individuals in the relaxation and accommodation industry will be jobless.